Hi everyone, now manage. So for this I
22 is
na frente, vamos fazer. Então, dá para já ter uma noção do variável. Então você escreve igualzinho.
Most people pause their Unity game by setting the timescale to 0, but there's actually a much better way to do this using events. Here's how you do it. In your project, create a new script called GameState. This will be an enum with events. Here's how you do it. In your project, create a new script called GameState. This will be an enum with two values, gameplay and paused. Go back to your project and create another script called GameStateManager. This will be a singleton since we only want to with a game we want to now create before we change. Game movements enable property change, errors control, toggle it, add a game object, will pause and resume. But why use this instead of timescale? First, setting timescale can hit escape, add a game object called GameManager, and add this pause game control script to it. When you enter play mode and hit escape, the game will pause and resume. But why use this instead of timescale? First, setting timescale can break your UI animations and any time is resume on being pressed. Backend. This will prevent new script called pause and top project, add a game object called game called with it.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to the game right there. I'm going to come in here and make the color black, put a text this one. So that's why it's going to be to our text. We can function pause update and video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If this video helped you out in any way, please consider subscribing to the channel. Looking forward to more videos, and with that being said, I'll see you next time. Pause button, it pauses, also jump right in. Alright, so I'm going to create a UI canvas. I already have one. but I'm just going to make another one. Now under this canvas, you can create a UI panel right there. I'm going to come in here and make the color black so that whenever we pause, it's going to darken the background and add focus to our buttons. So now I'm just going to rename this to pause menu. And then onto this pause menu, I'll go under UI and select button. And now I'll take this button and scale it up pretty big. just like, okay, I'm not gonna go there. So just put it down in the middle. Down in the middle. Okay. Now go under your button and just delete this text. Why delete this text? Because this is the old text. This is, I like to call, the legacy text. Nobody needs this. It's very bad quality. So we'll just go ahead and create a text mesh Pro, which is just a lot better, has more settings, it even has gradients. Just add it. And I'm going to rename this to just text because it's childed to the button. Don't need to rename every individual child. And I'll rename this to resume button, because I think that's what it does. Good teacher. And now I'm gonna add a source image for my button. So I'm just gonna go and find my board here. I'm gonna drag that into the source image, and you know what, let's make that a bit bigger. Okay, yeah. Be professional. Okay, so next we need to go into the rect transform right here, and holding down shift and alt, you can stretch it to the parent so that it kind of centers the text to the button, and then just align it on both axes. So it's dead in the middle. And then I think I'm gonna bump up the font size to something like 120. So it's just really big, and I have a font imported. This is kind of a Japanese looking one, and I'll just say resume if I could spell it right. That is a bit too big, maybe 110. There you go. So we got the fundamentals of our button. Now we can just copy and paste this button. So I'll just roll this button up and duplicate it twice, one for the menu button and for the quit button. Now I'll just select both of these and drag them down. Same for this button, the quit button. And then I'll rename this to menu button, and this one to quit button. If you're a quitter, press this button. All right. So I'll go under this text and say menu, and under the quit buttons text say quitter. No. We're professional. It says quit. Alright, so look how easy that was, guys. It was only 2 minutes and you got all this beautiful UI right in front of you. Now, to add function to this, I'm going to go onto my canvas, so the parent of all of this. I'm going to add a component, and I already have it spelled out, but just pause. I already have a pause menu, but I can't make a second one, so I'll just call it pause. Alright. Alright, so let me make go pause games. Not it's just that's why I say go ahead and might look at her like why. Why don't I just punch still press just game? No, go up here and the same more very fluent. This is my just tap pause menu. Here's the passes. See it wondering what reference to it. So I'm paused. So it's a little bit more very fluent. This is just pause menu. And And right away, and we don't exact pause menu in this field. Menu. And right reference this exact pause menu in this field here. And now we're all set and we don't have to forget it later. So now that we have a reference to our pause menu, we can go ahead. We want to do find resume the opposite complete this pretty simple code. We can go ahead and check it out and pause menu. So you guys don't get stuck, make sure you did not put the script onto your pause menu because you can't run code off of a disabled object. So if you say pause on a disabled object, it's not going to pause. So that's why I put it on my canvas here. But I'm going to disable my pause menu so that we do not see it at the moment. But when I'm playing my game and I hit pause, boom, there it is. And then I hit escape again. Make all my button, if it's not void, button game function. So it's going to need to be pub a pub. Another load as what will just happens when we tend to load scenes in a pause menu. So to load a scene, we'll just go up here and say now it'll Unity engine dot scene management. And now it got load scene the build name of the read get your parenthesis the next scene applic. So log you save your script. And jump back into Unity, and I'll activate my pause menu, and I'll go to my resume button and scroll all the way down, and you'll see this on click event here. You'll want to add an event, and we want to reference our canvas because it has the pause script on it. You can't reference an object that doesn't have our pause. And jump back to our script. You won't see them here. Zoom the function. game around, and then we again problem. Pause our scene because I don't have a menu, but if we hit menu, we get this problem. Everything is completely frozen. Why is that? Because as soon as we pause our game, our time scale is set to 0. And until we resume our game, it sets back to normal. But when we load a different scene, we don't necessarily change the time back to normal. So we just need to copy this right here whenever you load a scene. And now save that up. Jump back into Unity, and whenever we hit play, pause, and then hit the menu, it's all working like a charm. So basically every single frame in our update function and gets that bool right here.